I remember when they were playing See You Tonight, you know, one of my favorite songs from the Gene Simmons solo album, when they started doing that, I was transported back to my bedroom in Toledo, Ohio when I was 14, and I was listening to the Gene's album for the first time.
And so I finally got up, I talked to Gene, and so I walk up there, and the first thing Gene says to me is, "Now that's a good Gene Simmons." And that really made me feel good. It made the whole day worthwhile.
Meeting them after the performance was really neat. I was most impressed with Paul, and every time I've met Kiss, I always think that Paul's going to be like the most stuck up and the most have a biggest attitude problem, and he's always the exact opposite. He's always extremely kind, extremely funny, and very accommodating. I told him, you know, I was in the tribute band that had played, and I had him sign my jacket for me, you know, and he took the time to make the signature look really nice on it.
I kind of had this thing about impressing Gene because, you know, it's a good way to be remembered by him. I had the postcard of Kiss's first TV appearance, and I said, "Gene, I know you were busy last time. Could you finish, you know, could you finish autographing this? Could you put, you know, the lightning bolt S on the end like, you know, you usually do?" And he said, "Oh, sure." And he put 2 lightning bolt S's, which I was kind of like befuddled about. And I went, "Oh, okay."
Then as we were loading up our gear and we're backstage and Kiss was walking by us going out to the limo, Paul came up to me and shook my hand and thanked me for doing the show. That made my whole day. You know, all the negativity and the poor reception and the mistreatment by Kiss's crew all went out the window because he didn't have to do that. He could have walked right by me, and I didn't even like try to acknowledge him or try to bug him. He came up to me and said thank you. So he's a very cool guy.
Dennis and Aaron had said for sure after that Chameleon show, they said that they were leaving, but after the convention, they were kind of wavering, and they were like, "Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see."
You know, if you decide you don't want to do something anymore, you just come out and say it, you know, like after a week. But we waited for almost 2 months.
Hello?
When Dennis and Aaron had officially left, Eric and I were over at Jonathan's house, and Dennis called Jonathan to tell him he was quitting. And Jonathan, being the ever-understanding young lad that he is, the first thing he said to Dennis was, "Well, you know, we got a replacement for you anyway." You know, and that got Dennis really mad. And then Jonathan said to him, "And plus, you know, you didn't play that well at the convention, so I understand why you'd want to quit." And then you could tell Dennis just exploded on me. Jonathan still doesn't understand what he did wrong on the conversation either, which even makes it funnier.
I think John and I and Eric knew that the band was going to go on with or without him, just because we'd all worked too hard to give up something that means a lot to us.